MindShifter Audio Blog, a place for your mind to grow.
Painting happens, one brushstroke at a time. You set a goal, you make a plan, you start doing the work. And 3 weeks in, you look at what you have accomplished and think, this does not look like what I wanted. So you quit. You start over. You pick a new canvas. You try a different approach. And the cycle repeats. The problem is not that people are impatient. The problem is that they mistake a single brushstroke for the whole painting. A single brushstroke never looks like the final picture. It is not supposed to. You are not failing. You are just judging the work before it's done. Most people are not frustrated that change takes time. They are frustrated because they do not know if what they are doing right now even matters. They cannot see how today's effort connects to the bigger picture. And when you cannot see the connection, every single action feels pointless. Every day feels wasted. Every small step feels like it is leading nowhere. That is where the impatience actually comes from. Not from wanting results faster, from not understanding the place of each brushstroke, understanding how progress actually happens. If you do not know what picture you are trying to paint, every stroke is a guess. You are just hoping it turns into something eventually. When it does not look right after a few attempts, you assume you are doing it wrong. But the truth is, you cannot paint what you cannot see. You have to know where you are headed. You have to have the vision, the full picture, the end goal. Not just, I want to be better or I want to be successful. That is not a picture. That is a vague idea. What does better actually look like? What does your life look like when you get there? What are you doing differently? How are you showing up? What has changed? You need that clarity, because without it, you are painting blind. And when you are painting blind, you quit at the first sign of resistance because you do not know if you are even on the right canvas. Here is the part we often miss. You cannot paint the whole thing at once. You cannot skip to the finished product. You cannot rush the process just because you can see where you are going. You still have to do the work, one stroke at a time, one day at a time, one decision at a time, one conversation at a time, one boundary at a time, one therapy session at a time. And most of those strokes are going to look wrong in isolation. You have a hard conversation with someone, and it feels like you make things worse. That is one stroke. You set a boundary, and the other person gets upset. That is one stroke. You go to therapy and leave feeling more confused than when you walked in. That too is one stroke. None of those moments look like progress, but they are. You just can't see it because the picture is not done. A single brushstroke of dark blue looks like a mistake until you step back and realize it is part of the shadow that makes the light pop. The rough texture you laid down last week looks chaotic until you add the next layer, and suddenly it has depth. The same is true for your life. That argument you had, it forced clarity. That boundary you set, it revealed who actually respects you. That moment you felt like you were falling apart, it cracked you open so the real healing could start. You cannot judge the work while you are still in the middle of it. You have to trust that today's stroke belongs to tomorrow's picture, even when you cannot see how yet. Do you even know what picture you're painting? Are you just making random strokes and hoping they turn into something. Because if you do not know where you're headed, you will quit every time it gets hard. You will abandon the canvas every time a stroke does not look right. You will start over and over and over, never finishing anything because you never gave yourself a clear picture to complete in the first place. But if you know what you are painting, you can handle the messy middle. You can handle the strokes that look wrong. You can handle the days that feel like no progress because you understand that this is just one part of a much larger work. You are not failing because the picture isn't done yet. You are not wasting time just because today's effort does not look like the final result. Every time you choose not to engage in the argument, you are painting. Every time you stop explaining yourself to people who are not listening, you are painting. Every time you do the hard thing instead of the comfortable thing, you are painting. Every time you say no when you used to say yes, you are painting. Every time you walk away from what used to keep you stuck, you are painting. And painting takes time. It takes layers. It takes strokes that do not make sense until the next one is added. So stop judging the unfinished work. Stop abandoning the canvas because you cannot see the full picture yet. Stop mistaking a single brushstroke for the whole painting. Keep your eyes on where you are headed, but give yourself grace for where you are right now. Because the masterpiece is not created in one stroke. It is created in 1,000 small, intentional decisions that only make sense when you finally step back and see what you have been building all along.